So the stream should be going. Check it real quick. Make sure there's audio. Okay. So, today, what I'm going to be attempting to do is beating Dredge with the minimum fish caught in times Dredge. So, essentially, what this means is I'm going to be attempting to avoid the mini games. I am going to allow myself to catch fish by means of tornadoes, crab pots, or the spell that you get. And I'm going to be going for whatever ending allows me to accomplish that goal in the minimum amount of fish caught and times dredged. And then in terms of dredging, it's pretty obvious. Just anytime I dredge, it counts. So that could be for story reasons or non-story reasons. So, but think I have a plan where I could only do it or the only way I have to do it is for story reasons. So the goal is to get the minimum of both of these added up at the end. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So with me already having done a run fishless, well, mostly fishless, and dredgeless, I know a couple things. I know to start out it's really difficult because you can't actually sleep at any docks or access a lot of the shops or anything like that until you bring back a fish to the mare. So that's going to be essentially our first goal. So the way that I'm going to try to do that is I'm going to attempt to get enough money to buy a crab pot, bring it back, and then use the crab pot to get crabs and turn those in instead of a fish, which should work. So really quick, I'm going to start by going over to this shipwreck over here. Shipwrecks are going to be incredibly important because that is the only way that we're going to be able to get things besides catching a fish or dredging, which we're avoiding. So because of this challenge, without dredging or fishing something, we have a limited amount of wood, metal, cloth, money. There should be enough in the world that we're able to complete our goals, but does not necessarily mean that there's enough in the world to complete it easily. So we're going to have to be very careful not to lose anything. But coming up to this first one here, we're going to get some important crafting materials and research parts. Research parts are actually going to be like one of our main sources of money because they sell for, I believe, it's not 350. I believe 350 is for the metal. I think it's like 125 or something like that. But they're going to end up being basically our main source of money. So, but we do need a couple of them later on to actually do research. So I'm going to save some of the first ones. So now we're going to get to what is going to be essentially a pretty boring part. Because as I said before, we can't actually sleep. But I also don't want to be out roaming at night because I also can't access my inventory or storage. I'll show it in a second. But since I can't access my storage or sleep, that means everything that I get is at risk of getting lost if I take a hit. And obviously, I don't want to lose anything. So, as you see here, we don't have the option for storage. We don't have the option for research. Don't have the option to sell fish, go to the dock, anything. All we got is undock. This is mostly the same throughout. At the floating docks, you get a couple more options that we're going to end up using, but you still can't access storage or sleep. So, in the meantime, we kind of just have to be pretty careful. I believe I do have something I could sell. So, I'm actually going to bring that over to Little Marrow to sell that just to get some money. Because our first big cost is going to be the crab pots, which cost 100 each. And so we're going to need at least 100 before we can continue with the mission, which shouldn't be too big of a hurdle. There's also going to be a kind of a money exploit that I'm going to show off later that they actually use in speedruns. That it doesn't give you a huge amount of money, but it gives you a good start and allows you to actually get a better starting motor situation. So I'm going to sell off the pearl earrings. So those are only worth 25, so still have quite a lot more to do. Hopefully I don't have to end up selling a research part, but it's not going to be the end of the world, because we're not even going to really use research parts until later. So it's not, again, not the end of the world if we have to end up selling one, but should avoid it. I have my notes here just to keep track of what I need. So I'm going to be updating that as I go. Or keeping an eye on it as I go. Yeah, now we get into one of the first boring parts. This challenge is less about actual gameplay skills, and since we're doing the minimum and not zero, it's not necessarily game knowledge, like finding. It would be great if we could find a duplication glitch or something like that, but a lot of the challenge here is just going to end up being waiting around. And as you can tell, time goes by pretty slowly, but hopefully we'll be able to solve this problem within the next 3 or 4 in-game days. So my plan for tomorrow is I'm going to stop by the collector to collect the DLC items. And then I'm going to stop by another shipwreck on my way over to the Gale Cliffs. And then at the Gale Cliffs is where I think I'm going to end up selling one of my research parts. Just so I could end up... Actually, I think I'm going to see what loot I can get, because there's a shipwreck over there and there's a shipwreck over there. If I could get to both of those in one day, I think I'm going to actually head back to Little Marrow and try to sell that loot. Just so I can have $100 getting over there. So I'm actually just going to put that in storage. I am going to install this. It's going to waste an hour of my day, but the speed it grants is... I didn't do any testing. Hopefully the speed it grants is enough to overtake the time that we lose by installing it. Yeah, I think this is going to end up mostly just being chill out and just waiting around. Not going to run into too many problems. Actually, if I remember correctly, this shipwreck is one that there's not actually lootable. It's all dredge, which means that me coming over here was a waste of time. Yep, me coming over here was a waste of time. Unfortunate. Yeah. I guess I was wondering if I don't know how much more I want to do with Dredge. I really love the game, and I'm going to cover like the DLCs when they come out, any updates and stuff like that. But I don't really see myself like becoming like a speed runner who just posts and only does speed runs or anything like that. I think I got 2 more plans for Dredge, which is probably the next thing I'm going to end up doing is I think I'm going to call it an alternate speedrun, where I will where I will, instead of a traditional speed run where you have the timer going and that's what you care about, I'm going to be more going based off the counter in the top. So you see how it says Tuesday, day 2. I'm going to try to do the minimum in that regard. So basically seeing what's the fewest amount of days that you could beat, fewest amount of in-game days you could beat Dredge in. And then another thing that I had the idea of is, so similar to what a lot of people do with like Super Mario or something like that, where they do a almost like Dredge bingo or something like that, where you'll have the whole entire, or I think it's called lockout, where you will attempt to you'll get like almost a bingo board and it'll have different challenges like catch a fish, catch this specific fish, complete this mission, stuff like that. And I would like to be able to challenge someone to that, just, you know, see who could do it faster, who could do that. But unfortunately, none of my friends play Dredge. So I would have to find someone to do that with, but I feel like that would be pretty fun. Getting back to Little Marrow, we did end up getting another loot, but I don't know if that loot is necessarily enough to get the money we need. No, it's gonna be $20 under. There are a few other shipwrecks that we are gonna end up going to and using, but I don't know if it's worth at the time, just because we have 2 extra research parts. So, and we'll have ways of getting more through doing, actually, I changed my mind again. I think I'm gonna go attempt to, will that work? Okay, I guess to explain my thought process right now. I was thinking I was gonna head over there and try to pick up the Castaway and bring him back to Little Marrow, because he gives you a ring that you could sell that I don't know how much it's worth, but I know for a fact it's worth more than 10. So I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know if you can access, I don't know what missions you can access, especially I don't know if you can access him before you do the mission for the mayor. So I think in the meantime, I think I'm just going to go with the tactic of selling one of my research parks. I think that's just the easiest. Because based on my calculations of my previous runs and what is necessary to get an ending, we need to have 4 research parts, $1,020, 3 wood, 1 metal, and 3 cloth. If my previous runs have anything to go based off of, the hardest part of that is going to be cloth. I already have 2 of it. I believe there's another one over by the basin. But my biggest concern there is just making sure that I don't end up taking damage and losing one. And then I think the next biggest thing is just going to end up being dollars. Because while I think it's definitely possible with selling excess supplies, it's still going to be quite a bit of a challenge getting that much money without any other source. The theme of this challenge is difficult but possible. So, as you can see here at the floating docks, and I believe this is for all of them, you could still talk with the traveling merchant, and you could access the shipyard, where they sell all the things that the shipyard would. as well as the fish market, which we are going to use to buy the crab pots. So I'm going to go quickly sell. How much are these worth? That's so unfortunate because can I sell my fishing rod? Oh, I can. I'm just going to sell my fishing rod and one of the metal scraps because we obviously don't need either of those. And that'll give us over $100 to buy a crab pot. I'm going to attempt to get back to the Marrows today. It's probably going to be a little bit close, but I don't feel like wasting time. This is already going to be a long enough challenge as it is. This crab pot and there's three main items that I need. This crab pot, a net that works in the lava zone, and a fishing rod that is able to catch haddle. All of those requirements fall under the money and research parts that I already had planned out, though. I'm gonna try to head over to the main Marrows and risk something happening. I think honestly the scariest possible thing is gonna end up being rock popping out of nowhere. But generally speaking, if you stick to like the main track in between the Marrows, you're pretty safe. Because I believe the rocks all have designated spawning points. Like I believe there's quite a large rock right over here. Or maybe I'm just full of shit. Drop off that. Now just ram into the dock for a little bit. So now we just have to wait until we catch a crab. Those two, I know of one other crash or ship crash site. I don't remember exactly what's there, but hopefully I'll be able to either find or look up a couple more crash sites for us to get supplies from. Yeah, this is the type of intense gameplay that you get when you're going for a dredge challenge. Usually it takes about a day to catch a fish in this one, and I believe we got here later at night, so probably gonna need to wait through at least most of the day. I guess for those of you who are watching the YouTube video, I'm streaming this live, and I think going forward I'm going to try to stream whatever I record and then post a more condensed video down, similar to how a lot of other people do it. But if you want, come check it out at twitch.tv/hackerboy with a 3 and a 0 and a underscore between them. If not for anything else to come entertain me while I'm doing stuff like this, of just ramming into a dock waiting for a crab pot to catch something. Although hopefully this is going to be the last time I'm doing this. There we go. I guess I should also mention, besides the fact that I'm only going to be I'm only counting fish that I catch with a rod. Catching fish from other ways are I'm going to attempt to just not do. I forget if you actually have to sell this first fish to the fishmonger. It looks like you do, so I am going to have to sell them. So now as you see, we got access to the shipwright and storage, and now is when I'm going to end up doing the other glitch that I was talking about earlier. Leave that off for now. Throw all these into the storage. So I'm going to need 4 research parts. We're good on metal. Need 1 more cloth and 3 wood. So we're getting closer. I cannot go do the researches that I want to do. I need to unlock some stuff first. Forgot about that. So in regards to the shipwright, we're gonna do. So the shipwright, if you don't have a fishing rod and you come to them and ask for one, they'll give you it. And then you can just go back in and sell it. And then, as long as you have less than $75, how much is it? Yeah, $75, which is how much a fishing rod counts. If you come back in, they'll give you another free one. Or just her. The traveling merchant, I don't believe, does this. But now with this extra money, we're going to go talk to the mayor and pay our debt. I guess collect the package and pay our debt. Which I believe once we get done selling this rod is going to give us access to the dry dock. Yeah. So from the dry dock, the 2 things that we're going to need is going to be the fishing rod spaces as well as the net spaces. So just fill those in for now. But I'm gonna go sell this. Now I'm going to purchase ooh, I'm not able to because my money is slightly off. Am I able to sell this? I am, because I believe, yeah, that's slightly better. And we're not going to get any new engines or any engine upgrades, so this is as best we're going to get in terms of engines. But unlike my no dredging video, at a certain point we are going to be able to get the boost. So normally you would end up attaching this one just because when you sell it, you go above 75. So technically you can afford a rod, but we are not going to be catching any fish. So at least not with this rod. So we're good to actually just sell it. And then I believe our next big thing is going to be catching an aberration, which we are going to use the exact same method. I'm just waiting for the fish trap to get it. Although while we wait, I'm gonna go do some other missions, just to earn some money and research parts and the such. I could have sworn he gave you something else than just a book. I guess I also haven't even considered books in terms of like maybe getting a book to make things cost less and stuff like that, but I guess worst case scenario when it comes bad is I'm just gonna have more money than I need. So there's 2 missions I'm gonna go try to do really quick, which is to grab the castaway and the... I guess I don't need to grab that package. That package, he doesn't actually give you a reward. I think he gives you a reward at the boat, but I don't think there's any reward for the delivering the package itself. Actually, I think the reward at the boat is a book that reduces sanity loss, so that would actually be pretty nice. I think besides just tedious stuff like not going forward and only driving backwards and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure this is the highest extent that you can go for dredge challenges. Which, again, we're not technically fully doing because for just doing the minimum, not 0, but at this point there's no like discovered duplication glitches or anything like that that you would need to get 0 of both of these. So there we go. Start reading that book because it's more important than sustainable fishing in a no fishing run. Yeah. I guess there is this challenge, or this one here I completely forgot about. Gonna be cutting it close in terms of sanity probably, but hopefully nothing happens. That's a couple of the wood that we need. So I think we only need 1 more wood and 1 more cloth, and then we're good on supplies. I think that was also the final research part we need. Check for any aberration. I don't know if we could... probably going to end up getting them now because I know that you can only get aberrations on day 5. So hopefully the next one we get will be one if we get lucky. Still doesn't necessarily need to be. So I'm going to throw all this to the storage. Guess I can go to the dry dock. Drop those off. So that's everything I need for the rods. Actually, I'm going to steal one and put that in the nets. Because the sooner I get this, the sooner I can research and clear up a little bit of inventory, but it's not a huge deal. That's all that. Assuming we don't catch one soon, what other things can I do? I can go run over to loot some of the things around Stellar Basin. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Yeah, here's that ring I was talking about. And this will set us up pretty good on money. For a bit. So there's 2 loot spots that I know that are next to space, and one of them only contains the photography gear. And I don't think that's super important for this run. And then I'm not sure exactly what the other one contains. But should be useful, nonetheless. Trying to remember where they are. So we need to head south. Should be on the other side of these islands. I believe it's on the other side of this island at least. Yeah, it is. And then I guess I could also go to all these other little docks here, and I think like if you kick at the campfire at a couple of them or something like that, you end up getting research part. I actually think that's the one where the mare spawns for that ending, which is the one we're going to be going for because it requires the least amount of stuff to be done. So this was not all that useful at all. So I think I'm going to head back to the Marrows tomorrow, hope that I caught an aberration so that I could start getting going with some other things. So no, doesn't look like you get... Oh, you might get something here. Nice. A little bit of money. I'm really excited for the DLC that they got coming out. Both of them. I think I ended up cutting this comment out of the video, but I was talking about how cool it would be if they, and mind you, I think they announced parts of the DLC before I said this, but I hadn't read it. But I was saying how cool it would be if they had like another set of missions or islands similar to the ones they have here that takes place in like an oil rig or something like that, just out in the middle of the open sea. Because that's the scariest part of the ocean to me, is just being able to look at the water beneath you and just seeing nothing. Just no end in sight. And then the other one with the icebergs seems like it's going to be cool. Sounds like it's going to be introducing some more like ways of fishing and new tools and stuff like that. So hopefully that's going to be cool, which is another thing I thought would be interesting. Yeah. Both of those sound really cool. So, cross our fingers that I am about, once I get back to the main marrow, I will have a aberration. Still no aberration. Oh, okay, I need to take it and repair it, leave it again. I'm just gonna I'm gonna sleep for a couple days. Just get past some time. Let's see what we got. Still nothing.
But it made it now.
Sorry about that. I was clicking around on the map thing, and a little ad came up. Still nothing. Just gonna go drop it off, or rather repair it. Today. There we go. So I'm going to show this to the fishmonger. And it'll automatically sell to him and give you the handkerchief. So now we can actually get started. Also gonna repair the crab pot. So now is when we're actually gonna start pumping up the numbers on the dredging and the fishing. Well, dredging. Fishing's probably not gonna come till later. And just gonna immediately set out to do our first dredge. So, gonna pick up the first supply part, or the first collector item. And this is gonna be the marrow's done. At least for now. I'm gonna turn it in. Get the best ability in the game. I'm sleeping, I'll go upgrade the counter. Oh no. Wrong way. There we go. Alright. Now off to Gale Cliffs we go. I think we're going at a relatively decent pace, given all the circumstances. Although the cliff should also be a really quick one. We're gonna end up just going in and out, grabbing a little bit of loot along the way. Just gonna sleep until the next day, skip some time. So, yeah, here all we have to do is just dredge the one spot. No, we have 2 dredges here. I didn't even think. I'm being perfectly honest, when I was thinking about the counter, I only had considered dredging the actual, like, collector items. Forgot that at this spot you have to technically dredge twice, one for the family heirloom and one for the collector item. I think this is the right turn-in spot. I may have gone early. No, this looks right. Tracked him out. We're gonna go dive in the waterfall real quick. This box isn't super useful to us other than just money. It should be gone now. There we go. Try to avoid the tornado. Talk to this guy. I'm also gonna go update the counter again. I think after this we need to go blow up the thing for the brother and then come back to talk to both of them again. There we go. And this I'm going to do at night just because I'm not all too scared of anything happening at the cliffs. Really the worst thing here is the serpent. And I guess if you go crazy enough, you end up getting the rogue tornadoes. I think we're safe to go now. It's hard to see at night, which is pretty obvious, but might end up taking a hit from him. I think he does end up waiting in the center area. Maybe not. Seems like we're good. Yep, we're good. Sleep a little bit, just to take that away. That book done. I'm gonna go switch over to Relax Mind. Take the brother over. And this will essentially be the cliffs done. Go over to the whaling yard, pick up the 1 stick of dynamite. I'm gonna throw these in my inventory. I don't know why I stopped here. Now we head back to the collector. Although we probably do this in a slightly different order. Actually, I think... I forget if this is banishment that we're going to get, or the one where we teleport back to the collector. If the one where we teleport back to the collector, it's very useful to get now. If it's banishment, not so useful. I suppose we'll see. Go turn it in. I guess I should probably mark down the last dredge. There we go. Yep, it was manifest. So that was useful. So I believe there is a dredge spot around here-ish. Not a dredge, a something there that you can loot. And I believe that might be where the cloth is. So we're gonna head that way. So I believe it's that little thing on the sand there. Yep, there it is. Also, last lumber we need. There we go. Means we should be all good on all the supplies we need except for money. So with that, the next stop, I guess we could stop by here and collect all the research parts from here. Can sell those for money. There you go. And then the floating dock's over there. And that's our book done. I think that's the only useful books we have at the moment. I don't know why I'm not boosting. I don't have crap out on me. I'm gonna go pick that up really quick and lay out while I'm doing all my upgrading. Because we're gonna need a octopus from here. Alright. So floating dock. There we go. Then we need to get the tempered mesh net. And go ahead and cannot afford it. Okay. That's why I wasn't gonna do this. Just gonna leave that there for now. But I'll still need one research part, so I think I have 2 extra. Did I count wrong? This was 1, that was 2, that was... I should have needed 4. Why'd I have so... Oh, because it took from my inventory. Never mind. So, shipyard. No, that could go to storage. We won't be needing refined metal. And we will only be needing 1 of these. So these 2 can be sold. Now we can afford it, right? Yeah. Go ahead and trawl around real quick to try to get those 2. The squid and the jellyfish. Oh, there's the jellyfish. I don't think there's any difference between you just ramming and actually moving. And there's both of those. So I'm gonna sleep a little and go drop those off. I don't believe. No. For a second there I was worried if I collapsed the net then I would lose the fish, but you do not. I guess, do fish go bad in here? I don't know if they do go bad in the trawl net. I could probably use that as a way to try to get some aberrations that I'm gonna need later. Suppose it's worth a try. Started with her mission. And now all the rest of the fish we need are gonna come from that crab pot. So essentially we are now just waiting. I'm just gonna leave it out. Hopefully we can catch an aberration. Or two. Save us some time later. Not what we're looking for. Also not what we're looking for. I hate that. I hate the crown of thorns. It's by far the worst fish. It's just, it takes up 9 spots and it costs nothing. I think it costs like $11. Also not what we need. Not what we need. Gonna pick it up to go repair it real quick. I only want that repaired. Then from here we're gonna finish up this area once we get that fish, because that doesn't include any more fishing, only dredging. Then we're gonna head over to the lava area, and that'll be the final missions, other than all the mayor stuff. What's so unfortunate, on my last run, which is my no fishing run, I ended up getting this fish on, or this squid on my first try. Nope, don't sleep without repairing it. Yeah, I got on my first try. So I got through here pretty quick. Although I guess another part of that is come in here, rod spaces, then storage, equip the sign of ruin. Hopefully will give me better chances. And oh my gosh, this is so unfortunate. I'm gonna check really quick. well, that's one aberration we needed. At the basin. Wait, basin. These, it doesn't tell you what depth. I swear, I caught it right in that spot though, so. And real quick, I just want to check. It looks like they stay fresh, because I caught one of these like way earlier. So that's one aberration. Gonna end up completing this pretty quick. I guess I probably have enough money that I could purchase another crab pot and be alright. If this time I don't get anything in the crab pot, I'm gonna go get another one. And that should help speed it up a little. Never mind. I still might end up doing that later, but for now we got what we need. Hopefully we can get another aberration in our net before we get to the... Although we'll have time in the flame area too. We're not in a huge rush for the aberrations. And drop off the squid. Or octopus. Oh, never mind. I thought she was supposed to give you something from that. Wasn't she? What's the pursuit? Oh yeah, go get the prototype part. Never mind. Forgot about that. No, those are aberrations. And that is, I believe, yeah, just there. I forgot that she doesn't just give you the part. You need to go back and forth a little bit. Ooh, that was close. I have a really bad habit of blowing up my engines just from not paying attention. Nope, not that one. There you go. I was gonna say this part's a little tedious, but I forgot you're not... It's not that you're not supposed to go to the research station before this moment, but they don't expect you to have done it. That's another aberration. You can honestly just raise that. Maybe I won't have to end up repairing it later. So we are done with the scientists. Can we research it here? We cannot. Why can't we research it here? Because I don't have research parts on me. Wait, I do have research parts on me. Why can't I research it here? Do I have to have equipped this? There. Okay. Turns out that was the problem. Oh, let me put that back out. Now we need to head back to the floating dock to pick up our new rod, and that's basically it, really. Hopefully I have the money for it. I didn't even think about that. I guess worst case scenario, you do get one more research part from the research center. To up out of the nerd spot. 450. Yeah, that's a little bit more than what I got. It's a little bit more than what I'm going to be able to get with the one research part too. Fuck. I guess, honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave this place till later. Come back here at the end. Or swing back around here. Because I should be able to get loot from the volcano area. That should give me some money. I also have a few trinkets that I could drop off. That's why I wanted to waste the least amount of money possible early on. Yeah, that's a good chunk of change. We're pretty close. We'll be able to get there. I think if I am doing this side first, I am going to need to equip the sampling device though. I'm trying to think now if I could do that. I can't do this. I think either way, with the route that we went, you would need to go back and forth between these two spots. Because if you go to the way we went, obviously you don't have enough money. You might be able to get some more money from other sources, or maybe if you get lucky and not have to repair crab pot as often. And I think if you were to start on this side, you don't have the sampling device to actually catch the fish. So either way, I think you'd end up having to go back and forth. I'm really hoping once we get to the oil rig DLC and we're just in the open ocean, they have a lot more. I don't know if they should have more, but maybe like more often or something like that, or you see like giant whales swimming out underneath you. Just think it would be interesting additions. So here, there is 3 missions that are similar to the fish puzzle missions. But they are slightly different in that how we are able to accomplish them. So one we require crabs, one we require fish, and one we require aberrations. So that's why we stuck around to get the aberrations earlier. So I'm going to go drop off the aberrations first because that's the one that I have at the moment. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be trawling for the other fish that we need. And hoping that these little fucks stay away. Oh no, I'm going to take a hit. I don't have banishment yet. Did I somehow dodge it? Huh. I didn't know that you could dodge it. I thought it was pretty much if you had a fish chasing you and the mama was chasing you and you couldn't get rid of him, you were taking a hit. I know you can outrun her. I forgot what's the best way in here. Like the only way in here. Now we should be able to swing up behind and drop off the fish. Which are both still fresh. So yeah, in case you were wondering, the fish you catch in your trawl net stay fresh. How do I avoid these little fucks? Not like that at all. Thread the needle. Oh, okay. Okay, this is not the right route either. This is not the right route at all. Oh, I'm gonna end up taking a hit from something. With my sanity, I wouldn't even be surprised if it wasn't Mama. I need to turn off my light here. No. Oh, fuck. I don't have the movement speed. That's unfortunate. That is going to be money wasted. The worst part is we still definitely need that. Okay. Shit. And there's no way I could just... So can I... With that, can I still... Troll? I can. It's risky, but possible. Assuming you can still actually catch fish too. I would love to be able to go sell these fish for money. That defeats the purpose. Sell. Yeah, sell that. Gets me some extra dollars. Sell that. That gives me enough money to buy this. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. It's risky, means I'm gonna be driving around with only one life point. But should be fine. That's one of the crabs we need. Oh, come on. Oh, are you serious? I didn't even think about that, honestly. There's gotta be a way. I don't think there is. That is unfortunate. I don't even know if I have enough money to repair it. Repair just that I can. And I think I'm just gonna just sell this. Don't need any more aberrations anyways. So now I just have to be incredibly careful not to run into anything. And not to anger mama. Which I think I'll be good. So here we are. The one fish this run that we're actually gonna catch. And I fucked it up. There we go. It would be great if on the way we caught the other fish we need. But of course I don't think I'm gonna get lucky enough for that. Of course not. I think I've caught every other fish that you can catch here. Ooh, gotta back up. Let her pass on by. No, I don't want another one. No, I can't afford to get hit. Okay. Whew. And still no crabs. What fish am I catching in here? Are you kidding me? Let's see. This can catch coastal and volcanic. The fish I'm looking for is this one. Volcanic that can be caught in a troll net during the day. I am moving around during the day. sell that at least, and I could repair everything, and I could even afford another crab pot. I guess I gotta move around during the day. Make sure I stay in the area. I think day is only like 6 a.m. to 1800. There's one of the crab types we need. Suppose while I wait I can update the counter. Add in the one fish caught. And back to our favorite game. Maybe not. Hey. That's all we need crab pots for. I didn't even know you could catch that in a troll net. I don't even know why I'm picking all this up. It's not like I'm gonna need it. I guess I could sell my fishing pots. Now all that's left to do is just wait. Hopefully we'll be catching one in this soon. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. Just gonna sell everything in case I end up having to later. I'm gonna Google its depth requirements. Dredge fish number 51. I looked up 52. Well, I could scroll down. Tail skate. The wiki doesn't seem to say. Unfortunate. I'm just gonna look it up. It's called the Pale Skate. Pale Skate Dredge Depth. Apparently no one online seems to know, which is wonderful. Guess we'll just keep going with what we're doing and hope it's right. Maybe I'll go around here into like the lower sections. See if it likes it more here. We're actually here. I know there's a group of them right here. I'll just go directly over them. Hope they get in there. Ooh. Come on. I'm gonna go to Google, see if someone just has a picture image of the entry. There it is. It can be caught. It doesn't even say for the trawl net. Do trawl net things have the depth? I assume they do. I'm guessing this one's just rare. Well, more rare. I got excited when I heard a new noise. I've caught so many fish that are not the one I'm looking for. Time to play the waiting game. This has so far been the longest part of the whole entire process. Game needs to stop with making me get excited thinking I actually got the right fish. Another day and another no fish. Could be doing anything else right now. I could be able to play a different game, anything. Just gonna sit here and wait for a fish to get caught. Oh, this is so miserable. See what fish we got this time. Same old, same old. You know what? I'm gonna try unequipping it, setting it to my inventory, and then re-equipping it. does say day and not night, right? Yeah. Day with troll. I'm gonna try it for one night. See if maybe the directions are wrong, or at least wrong for troll. It might be saying you can only catch it during the day for fishing, maybe not for trawl nets. Not looking very promising at the moment, at least. We were making such good progress too. I'm gonna go drive around again, see if it has anything to do with position. Worst case scenario, I'm actually just doing something instead of just driving straight into a dock. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my previous video and see where I got it. Mute myself. Oh, hang on, where was that? Okay. So the exact spot that I was right around where that note was. So right here. Okay. Fuck, maybe it was just this spot. Dude, I swear if this thing hits me and I lose the fish. Okay. Well, that means that we are pretty much done. That was the last big thing we needed to do. Oh, I completely forgot about the basin. Why did I sell the fishing rod? I still needed that. I'm so dumb. Oh, I'll have plenty of money. Never mind. Forgot this thing had great loot. Are you kidding me? The orcas spawn right there again? No. 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 Oh, I'm definitely taking a hit here. Okay, could be worse. I don't even need the net anymore. Nope, the only thing we need now is this, and of course I can't afford it. Sell you. Sell, sell, sell. Hey, look at that. Alright. Sleep till morning. Go and drop off flames. The sound design in this, the whole entire game is so well made, but the sound design is just probably my favorite part, if I'm being honest. Which is hard to decide, considering, like I said, the whole game is amazing. How do I have 3 damage and I'm still alive? I guess I could have sworn that's not how that works. And we are almost done. Off to the basin we go. Thought I heard something coming out of the water behind me. I guess now that we have banishment, I could just really quickly do this spot. Well, we are on the finishing parts. So I guess if it's not already obvious based on what all I've said, the ending we're gonna get is the throw it back ending. So that means all we need is I believe all but one of the items, and then find the mayor. This one has always been so weird. 'Cause for some reason, it's a fishing minigame. It's a fishing minigame for a dredge thing. Whoa, what are you doing? Come back. Oh, I guess. I forgot Banish doesn't last all too long. I think this is going to be hopefully our last time sleeping. So I think he spawns on one of these islands down here. I think it was the island that we went to not too long ago. Right there, I believe. Then once we talk with him, I think we have to talk with Collector, then Lighthouse Keeper, then Collector, then Lighthouse Keeper. I forgot what all you have to go through with him. I think that's it, but I'm just going to go through his other dialogue options just in case. Talk. I could have sworn we had to talk with him next. I don't have that. Oh, I do, I guess. Was it not talking with him? Maybe I do have to go back to the Lighthouse Keeper. Yeah, I guess I do. Whoops. There we go. And here it comes. This is by far the best twist, I think, in media for a long time. Just the whole entire game, it's just so good, and how, like, oh, seems like I just ran into something. Like, the whole entire game up to that point, you thought he was just standing in, like, a doorway. It's just perfect. I need to pay attention. I nearly just ran into a rock. There we go. And here, I guess before I do this, I should update the tracker really quick. And I believe that's correct. Did I forget anything? There's the one fish we had to catch. That's correct. We had to catch 2 at Gale Cliffs, 1 at the Basin, 1 at the Marrows, and we didn't have to catch any at Volcano Area. So, I believe that count is correct. And with that, now all we have to do is just go through the ending. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. I somehow died while going to the ending. I almost just did it again. I don't know why I'm going so close to the edges. Once I get out to the open ocean, I'll be safe. So I'm pretty sure nothing can attack you right now. Alrighty. Well, here we are. I would like to thank you all for joining me and for watching this on YouTube later. I hope that at the very least we may have learned something by this, by all the pain I've had to go through. But I will go ahead and mute and let the game finish by itself.